All right. Let's see. Welcome to Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News this week. Let's see this way. I'm all jacked up.
I'll tell you, when Lane shows up, you just lose all perspective.
No. Let's see what we got here. I think S&N Communications. I think them they provided a room for this weekend. We're coming up.
Yeah, I got to thank them because giving us a free room in Charlotte. That's a cool deal.
I mean, is there 2 beds or 1 bed?
It ain't no damn 1 bed. I can tell you that now. That ain't happening.
Like, did they tell us?
If it's 1 bed dress, you can just talk.
I think Fast Eddie's Barbecue. Papa John's, get your 25% off your online order at Papa John's. Use the code Dodson25. I think RDS is in the building.
RDS is here. I mean, what can you say? They're here with us.
Well,
and having a good year. And having a good year.
Yeah.
The
driver's having a good year.
Well, I mean,
I
got to give credit where credit's due. The driver can't do it without Robert doing it for helping them getting it together. So
I mean, anybody cuts one toe off so you have the same toes as the car number.
I wasn't going there.
That's coincidence.
The stats speak for themselves on it. Oh, I had to say it. Mean Dean Automotive with Grier and Associates, and where they at, Jack?
From Jack.
Moyak.
There you go.
I think Gator Graphics. If you need some graphics, hit Sammy Gator up. Southampton Motor Speedway. Mosquito Joe's.
He's in the house tonight. Got Mosquito Joe
here. I thought I recognized him.
Well, I'm glad you did this time.
Get 50% off on your first month of service from the bridge to Richmond, right?
Yep.
There you go. Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Waltrip Pressure Washing Solutions, and Turn 2 Synthetic. Speaking of Waltrip, did you see they named the damn airport after Waltrip? Entered whatever airport. I'm like, well, damn.
Do what?
Did you see it?
No.
Look up Hunter's Facebook page or something.
What kind of airport?
I mean, there's millions of damn Waltrips over in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be 1 million too. I don't know. But yeah, then rename the executive airport Waltrip Executive Airport. Yada yada yada.
Oh, that's gonna go to his head.
He's a big deal.
Yeah. He said he can't get no bigger. I mean, he's running better now. I mean, he probably can't hardly get his head in the car.
I don't
know. Safety Clean, Performance Plus Motor Oil. I think Langley Speedway, Bill, Chuck, Terry for allowing us to do the show from here. Bondridge Brothers Distillery, MPM Marketing, Tanya McAllister, Black Acid Racing Apparel. If you want a local t-shirt guy, hit Tim Brown up at Slinger Speed Company. Factory Canopies and Fluid Logic. We're going to see Factory Canopies this weekend.
We'll probably see him, but we probably won't, he might just show up long enough to make an appearance and then he's going to act like he's somebody.
VA 811, GAC, Great American Company. With that, we got the news. What's up, Bill Aker? What's up, Eddie?
All right, in the news, in the Cup Series. How about Stenhouse Jr. getting a win in the Cup Series? That was,
and we know our buddy.
Of course, it was really survival of the fittest, because what, that 27 cars got wrecked and one
with 2 to go.
Yeah, I mean, they might even let you win one like that.
Hey, I'll call Atlee and see if I can fight for me. But I mean, even with Ryan working on the car.
Yeah. No,
I
thank
mean,
goodness. Ryan Richardson was back at he was back in North Carolina, thank goodness. He wasn't there. That might have equaled it out a little bit. But anyway, yeah, he was that's a pretty big deal. But how about Josh Berry getting upset with NASCAR and all he said?
Well, can you blame him though?
No, I can't.
I mean, either they said they weren't going to change. I mean, I agree with the analogy, right? If car's got 4 flat tires or 3 flat tires and can't make it back to pits, I think they ought to be able to get the car back to pits and fix it. Now, changing the rule in the middle of the season or in the middle of the playoffs, I think is a different story because that hindered Josh, right, from the week before. So I understand his. I agree with him wanting to change it. I don't know about maybe in the middle of the playoffs.
Well,
some balls and strikes.
Well, yeah, just got to do what you got to do. In the Xfinity Series, Sammy Smith came away with the win. Came all the way from -23 below the cut line to the win. So he's in the next round of the playoffs. So that's pretty cool. That he
who got DQ'd?
That Sam Mayer got DQ'd.
Mm-hmm.
That hearing is Saturday morning at Charlotte.
Oh, we'll hear all about that.
Yeah, that hearing is Saturday morning at Charlotte. They're gonna fight the penalty. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll be there and be able to hear it. In the Truck Series, Grant Enfinger got the win. In the ARCA West, Trevor Huddleston got the win. Down at the ARCA, the regular ARCA Series that was in Toledo, William Sawalich got the win, and the champion was Andres Perez.
I thought you were going to say Grier. I mean, that's what it sounded like was coming out of his mouth, right?
And in the Nashville, they had a big race down at Nashville this weekend, and Pro Late Models Dawson Sutton got the win. Up at Dominion this past weekend, in the Virginia Racers, J.D. Eversole got the win in the Virginia Mods. Shannon Morano got the win. Legends #1, Bill Clemens. Legends #2 was Josh Hicks. In the Bando, Tuggy Case. And the boys that went up there from here at Langley had a tough time up there in them Legends cars this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let's turn it over to Adam Wellbrock with his pit road roundup.
Champions night #1. Karts, Trace Wyatt got his first win. Jordan Valdez was your champion. That pretty much sums up that season. Enduros,
yeah.
Cody Bryant got the win. Good to see him back in victory lane. And Alex Foroff was the champ. I understand he had some surgery this week or last week, so he couldn't make it out. Alex, if you're watching, we're thinking of you, buddy. Super Streets, Landon Abbott got the win. Dale Nichols was the champ. I think it was like 2 points.
It was close. And on the end, they kind of railed off some points. And of course, they had a little bit of trouble kind of late the last couple of races or so.
It was closer than I thought it was. Super Trucks, Chris Bechtel got his 4th win in a row and his first title.
That was really cool. I mean, went from nothing and get 4 straight wins and then get a title to go along with it. I mean, that was huge. And of course, Miles of Seamless Gutters.
Yeah, that's Miles' truck, right?
Yeah, Miles of Seamless
Gutters. Well, that was
our
our sponsorship giveaway last year.
Yeah.
This year's 5K. So you guys start posting some videos.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah, we got 5K this year.
For one driver.
That's huge, you guys. That's awesome.
So, Miles of Seamless Gutters has ended it up and said, let's do one driver, $5,000.
Love it.
Factory Canopies is going to be coming involved with it. So that'll be good. Other than that, we're not sure exactly where we're going to go with the rest of it.
Black Acid too, right?
Other than that, we don't know where we're going to go with it. I'll tell you about that later on. Yeah.
Some duct tape. Pro 6, our buddy Matt Dale got the win, and Travis Wall was the champ. What probably stole the show on Saturday, man. Crazy.
It was, right? I was actually thinking they need to maybe do a pill draw for that class, right? To kind of get some excitement going. Or flip this, the starting order. Make Travis come through the rear. If he starts up front, There's nobody right now that's fast enough to run with him.
Hold up now. Somebody run with him this week.
No, he didn't.
He qualified third.
Hey, look. I don't care. Somebody else won the race this week. Okay.
No, it was a great race. I mean, that's what I mean.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Did you see that car? That 07 car? That son of a gun was on a rail. I ain't kidding you. Best I've ever seen that car run. And when it was yeah, I've seen it run before.
Not like that.
It's never run like
It's never
that.
turned left that much.
And right, yeah. I mean, you know, he even had a couple times where he got up there and ran with Travis Wall. I never saw that car get up there and run with Travis.
Was that Travis this week?
I got him in Travis once. He said he won't go let.
But you were lap down. But
Scott doesn't remember that one.
No, it wasn't a lap down.
And modifieds, Bradley Music got the win. He came close, but Brad was the champ. Brad Adams.
Yeah, he just had to start the race, right? Because then
I mean,
it was a 4-point difference going into the race.
there was 5
Yeah,
cars.
five
There was
cars.
6
5 cars.
earlier, but something they wrecked in practice was sold to one of the modifieds. Wrecked in
somebody went
practice.
home. I don't know if it was a wreck or mechanical or what happened.
He said they wrecked and hit the wall or pit wall or something down here. I don't know who it was.
Brad would have had to finish last.
Yeah, right. Would have had to.
But it was kind of disappointing to be see the modifieds down like that.
Yeah, it was.
Because
I was like,
it would have
where's
been
everybody
better. It would have been better for, you know, Brad knew exactly what he had to do.
He chose to start last.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he told me that too. But look, he moved back 1 row.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was
Spot.
3rd to 5th. I
Yeah.
mean, come on now. I mean,
Ended up finishing where he started, I think.
yeah.
So-
well, I think he rode in that one.
Well,
Can't blame him. I mean,
he didn't want to get too close to the other cars, and you know that.
Something happened.
yeah.
So anyway, that's pretty good deal. Also, we've got the news that Langley Speedway will have their banquet on the 1st of February of 2025, 7:30 at the Hampton Roads Convention Center.
Get tickets.
Yeah, get your tickets as soon as possible. Get yourself lined up for that. And of course, we'll have Scott go up and introduce himself to Robert Rummels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Happens
I
every
know who he is this time.
You know,
I think so. I'm gonna take a picture with me this time, so then I'll look at it every once in a while.
it's it. Okay, whatever. Some big news came out today. Connor Hall has now officially signed on
Was
with
that the
Junior
biggest unkept
Motorsports.
secret?
Oh, wow.
Well,
Sort of. I mean, I think there's.
Yeah, I think
people
it's
that did
kinda
know, but there was
cool.
quite a few people.
I
that
think it
didn't
was
know.
kind of cool. A lot of people knew about it, but they didn't say all.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew about it. I knew about it. So, did you know about it?
No.
Oh, but you didn't know about it.
I've heard some things. I didn't hear that.
But we all know who did know about it. So everybody kept themselves. Andre Grier, yes, it was Scott's old car that won in the Pro 6. Yes, it was. I mean, that was, and that car flat flew the other night. It's never run that good.
Hey, Eddie said they moved the pedals. That's probably what it was.
Or they had numbers on them or something. And also at Legacy Motorsports today, Dave Ellens left Legacy Motorsports. Ben Bayshore has moved over as crew chief on the 43.
I'm surprised.
And the guy who just went to Legacy Motorsports,
They've been making a lot of changes lately.
well, Jimmy Johnson said this weekend that there's going to be changes coming. So
They're starting early.
this is
But I'm curious if they're in what tier program with Toyota are they, right? I mean, we know most people don't know, but there's different tiers of how much support you get from Toyota. I mean, we know because we knew Bob very well in the 95 car. And when they first were the Toyota deal, they got 3rd tier stuff. Yeah, they ran okay, but they didn't have this top tier stuff.
they didn't have Gibbs material.
Correct. And you have to open the checkbook up a little bit further if you want 2nd or top tier stuff. Now, I think the last year he did move up, but I don't think it was quite the same thing, but it was close. And so I'm curious of what tier they are on because it seems like they're on the 3rd tier.
It looks like it, but never can tell right now. So we'll see what happens in the changes.
Although the cars are all the same, where then they were quite a bit different. And we know that when they sell a car, they cut all the suspension parts off of it, so you can't tell where all the drop spindles or whatever they were running. They don't give you all those pickup points on the chassis. So you can buy a chassis, but all the mounting pieces on it are gone. And as we know well, as the setup man over here, those are extremely important parts of the piece puzzle, right?
Big data points.
Oh, that's sometimes that's where the sauce is essentially.
They had to move the pedals in the car because Matt's a little shorter than you.
He is a little shorter.
So they had to do. And
I would say he's a little rounder, but not anymore.
and then Andre Grier came back. Did you read that? Andre Grier came back and said he's a better driver too.
That's all right. His stuff's coming down.
So anyway, that's
It'll
all
be
the news.
Dean Automotive and
Whoever.
You ain't taking Grier off here. I can tell you that now. Anyway, all right, we're going to bring our first guest in. And we're going to let Robert Rummels be the first guest tonight, since he's the first one to arrive tonight.
All right.
Come on over. Huh?
Where do you want me to go? Right here? Okay. Adam, how are you, buddy?
Well, sir, good to have you.
You've had a great year, by the way.
I'm lucky to be here, man.
Let me get my drink. I don't know where.
Doing a
I don't know
great
where
job.
his lips have been. I don't want to
Yeah.
put his lips on my drink.
So 2 cars on the team this year, bud.
Yeah,
How about that?
pretty excited. As long as Mad Dog and Thomas Fontaine have strong finishes, should lock up 3rd place.
Yep.
Which, some people be like, oh, why y'all excited about 3rd place? Well, a couple reasons. If you talk about the car that Thomas is driving at the beginning of the year, that's Mad Dog's old car. That car was set up for Bill Mad Dog Aker, and now we've got a much different driving style. Not much different, but different driving style, different body size. And I'll be damned if Thomas and Carson, week after week after week, just kept tweaking and dialing the green 64 car in to where now this weekend, even though mathematically Thomas has sort of been eliminated for the points champion, by God, we still got one weekly trophy up for grabs, and by God, he's going for it.
So how far is he back in the points?
Here's the points I'm tracking, not for the top dog, because I'll be honest with you, the whole drop thing, the point drop thing. Well, each and every week I go to Langley's website to look at the points, but here recently in the last week or two, I saw a pretty big point change overnight, right? Well, that was the drop. Kind of lost track of that. It was a little confusing to me. I knew that we get to drop a car, but I didn't know what the impact that would be on points, right? So I believe Christian's he almost has U cars locked up mathematically, barring a wreck or barring mechanical. But all year long, we've been keeping an eye on the Thomas Mikey Chen competition for Rookie of the Year.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So I believe Thomas is within 3, maybe 4 points, Rookie of the Year. So with a good, strong finish, and obviously something adverse would have to happen to Mikey because he's had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
But to me, coming into Saturday night, if you're 3 points down, to me that's a good, what do you call it, storyline within the U cars.
Yeah. Something to keep
Right.
an eye on.
Let's say Christian goes out to a lead and is walking away with it, or whoever. Well, the next competition to watch for Rookie is Thomas and how Mikey Chen are battling it out. And 3 points is a lot, but we've seen 3 to 5 point shifts on any Saturday night, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's not enough security for me.
Yeah, right. Well, look, he's afraid of 12 points, right? I mean, you gotta keep your focus.
Well, hopefully only 11 cars show up.
Well, right. And of course, I'm proud of Mad Dog's activity in the Grand Stock. Grand Stock is still somewhat new to him, although Rick and Debbie Hester have given him, in my opinion, one hell of a race car.
Yeah, that's a good car.
Yeah, it really is, and it's got a good track record.
I heard Tim was going to start coaching him.
Well, yeah, yeah. Within that's a good competition too. Because I sit in the fans most of the time for Saturday night, it seems like the rivalry in the Grand Stock division between Tim, Paul Lubno, and Mad Dog, that's a good 1, 2, 3 that, you know, it's sort of becoming a fan favorite.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people like that.
And any one of the three could win any night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And so I'm proud of them. Look, from a sponsor perspective, you know, obviously we put the logo on the race cars to make our phone ring. And they certainly made that happen between Thomas and Mad Dog. And of course, you know, Mad Dog and we've been partners for 8 seasons now.
Wow.
So, you know, of course, I'm going to be very biased towards my old Mad Dog. You know, it was kind of funny how we met, and we become really good, tight friends. And wherever the Mad Dog goes, I'm going with him, you know.
Well, I'd say, and his cars stand out, right? They're different than most everybody else's, so it really stands out.
Bill Aker, even going back to when he was early on U cars, and even his first enduro car, it was just always a good paint scheme.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're never going to see a Mad Dog car with a painted, you know, a spray painted number on it. It's just not him. But he also has, you know, that cutting equipment to make the logos and stuff. Yeah. So he, you know, if we crack up or wrinkle up a little bit of sheet metal, a lot of times he can do that repair. He can't, his machine won't handle the Mosquito Joe logo, but pretty much all the other graphics on either, certainly on the U car and a few of them on the Grand Stock, he does that. So it's just, you know, it's really been a good partnership. I know Mad Dog, when he left Super Streets and went whole hog into U-Car, I was a little disappointed because I'm a VA guy. I just am. I'm a Super Street Grand Stock guy. I just am. They're my favorite divisions. Yeah. And so it's like, geez, man, what are we going to do? You know, we're running around those 4-cylinders, which is kind of cool. And we talked, but you know, it's funny. We talked about maybe buying a car, and but couldn't really find any that were going to be right out of the box competitive. And then it's like, hey, what if you carry your helmet in a bag? I'll be your sponsor, and maybe we'll find a car owner. Well, Mad Dog heard through the grapevine that Rick Hester might be open to that idea, and the rest is history.
Wow.
And it worked really well. I do have a little bit of an announcement, though, that we need to make for the U-Car division. Mad Dog is proud to announce that he has re-signed Thomas Fontaine for next season. So without a shadow of a doubt, Thomas will be back in the number 64 green U-Car and the 22 Sylvia, the Silver Streak U-Car. We've got options with that.
Okay.
We could either let it sit,
Sure.
and it could be a backup car for Thomas,
Sure.
or Mad Dog, maybe he finds a developmental driver. That's an idea.
I know. Is my phone?
I mean,
Yeah, my phone works, Robert.
you know, talk Mad Dog, you know. But
It's a developmental, Scott. You want to develop.
So the cool thing is there's options there, but we are, you know, like the way Thomas has sort of moved up in a good way from U-Car to
We're already teammates. I mean, we got to.
who you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're already on this show,
So
he's thinking being on the show makes him a better driver.
Well,
But then
and remember, I don't own any of these cars. I'm just the logo guy. So you got to talk to the owners. You know.
logo's important, Robert.
Yeah, right. So that's kind of, I'm excited about that. And hey, the bottom line for this year, God willing and the creek don't rise, Thomas and Mad Dog will finish third. And they both know that there's one more weekly trophy with prize money on the line. And by God, they're going for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think he's.
Sparky said he'd like to split it with Bill.
So yeah, Sparky West.
Yeah, you know, Sparky. Love you, Sparky. He keeps hammering us hard.
Ricky. Somebody settles there. There's only two, so it should be all right.
And look, Fast Eddie said that Tim Wilson's getting barbecued this weekend. So do you
In his pit.
think
Yeah,
Tim will invite you guys over for some
That
barbecue?
we'll go. And you know, for fun, you know what we ought to do? What if we put Big Mike Canary in that number 22 car?
Oh my goodness.
You know with that?
Escape
No,
on the top.
Look, audience, I was just trying to be funny.
Yeah,
Don't leave open the door for Mike. He'll be calling you. He's probably already punching right now.
You rang?
be like Barney Rubble, have to point your head out the top. So everything's set for next year for you as far as with the big with Mad Dog and
He's not going to run the.
Are we part of that?
Oh yeah, and if you guys will have me back, I'd love to continue our sponsorship here in the show too.
you don't even have to ask. We love having you.
I just got to talk to you though because he's not good about taking the money. He's like, I don't know what you got to do.
I don't even know who you are.
Well, I got
His name's on his shirt, Rob.
Exactly.
So Mad Dog's not going to run the U car at all next year.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mad Dog, 2 years ago, it's like, yeah, we're going to do both,
Yeah.
right?
This year, kind of.
Yeah, this year there was still more overlap than what Mad Dog really wanted. I think they overlapped, I don't know, 5-7 times.
First half of the year long.
Oh man, it's like all of April, May, even into June. Well, that would have him having to jump out of a 4-cylinder front wheel drive in the very next race, strap into a rear wheel 8-cylinder, right? Sounds easy. No, it's not. To the point that he's talked with Rick a little bit. So he's got my opinion. Again, whatever Mad Dog wants to do, wherever he goes, I'm with him. But I'm going to say right now, Tim, Paul, next year, I know you guys think you have dibs on that big trophy. Well, we do too. So we think it would probably be best if Mad Dog just concentrates on Grand Stock, focus 100% of his energies there, let Thomas carry the banner in U-Car, and then take that second U-Car and either let it set as a backup or maybe do the developmental driver thing, which I think is kind of cool, to be honest with you. If I had to vote today, and I don't have much of a vote, because again, I'm not the car owner, I'm just the logo guy, but I think that's kind of a cool concept to get an up-and-comer, throw him in a U-Car. Not a rookie, though, because we can't tear up Mad Dogs, can't tear up the 22 car, right? So it's not like you want to take somebody out of the stands and strap them in.
Well, there goes your shot.
Yeah, no, but and Mad Dog hasn't really looked at that. It's just things we've talked about.
Yeah.
You know, because it's
time.
Yeah, we've got after Saturday night, we've got 5 months.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, but there's arguments both ways, because let's say next year Thomas is in the running for the big trophy and the green 64 is having trouble.
Right.
God, it'd be nice to be able to jump in that 22 car, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So
Well, even if you put a developmental driver in that 22, that would be under the guys that if something happens to the main car, you're out. We're going to put him in there.
And you know, Jack, we played with that a couple years ago. If you remember, Jesse Jones kind of drove the green car for us a little bit.
Yeah.
But on one night, Mad Dog did have to bump him.
Yeah.
The gray car, I think, blew an oil line.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And a lot of people thought the car blew up. No, it was just spilled oil on the manifold. But boy, in 3 and 4, it looked like that engine
I
popped.
remember that. Yeah.
I mean, there was a hell of a lot more smoke than I'm used to seeing on just an oil line Well, so Jesse is sitting in the green car waiting to qualify. And I saw Mad Dog talking to Buck Roos. Buck Roos said, yeah, bump him. You got to be able to qualify that, which we found out later not. But the plan was, Mad Dog would take that car, start at the end of the pack and start running. But thank God, back in the pits, they fixed the oil line of the gray car. So Jesse ran the green and Mad Dog ran the primary. Sylvia.
Wow.
So, but these are, you know what, if you think about Adam, because of the long season, and I know for you guys, the off season is long, right? I mean, you can't, that's 5 months of just not a lot of activity. I'm happy to say that this year, we're going to be able to do a lot of war gaming and thinking and tweaking cars and maybe reaching out to a developmental. I don't know.
Yeah. Keep you busy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Robert, we appreciate you coming by. We're going to move to our next guest right now. Thank you for being here. And we'll be in touch about that other thing with us for next year.
Yeah, sounds good. Probably at the
yeah, that probably be that. I'll do it. Don't even look for him.
What am I trying to say? The awards banquet.
Yeah.
Thank you again. And Adam,
Go get him this weekend, buddy.
you've had a hell of a year. Keep it up.
Now Eddie Clark wants to get in that car.
He's got to line out the door.
Well, he needs a lot of the
Mad Dog's probably going to be mad that I even brought that up. To be honest with you.
His phone's probably blowing up right now. Mad Dog's phone's probably blowing up as we speak.
Yeah, right.
Well, he can blame it. He can blame it on me. I'm just the logo guy.
And Mad Dog, let me say that if you get a call from Scott Allen, Eddie Clark said his wife heard me say it. But if you get a call from Scott Allen, just hang up. That's your best bet. Don't even entertain the thought of that. All right, we got Angelo STELLON here with us, having a pretty decent year this year for you. And
It's okay.
but you're getting better as time goes along.
Yeah. This year was probably a lot tougher than I wanted it to be. Like my first 2 years in the Super Street, it was nothing but improvement. The first year I didn't even finish all the races. Next year I finished 7th points, and this year the field's a lot more competitive. I don't want to say I've stepped down in speed, but everyone else has also stepped up. So it's a lot more competitive. I think I should be top 10 in points this year. Last year I was 7th, without a doubt going to be top 10. This year it's so it's hard, but it was okay year, not bad.
But you do your own stuff on your car.
Yeah.
I mean, you got some help around you, but you do your own stuff with the car. It's your car. You do everything with it. So
yeah, and I mean, as far as this year, as because racing is a business as well, I've stepped forward in the fact that I was running an open trailer, and it wasn't my trailer the last 2 years, and I bought that trailer from the guy, and then I upgraded that trailer, so now I've got it closed. And I've slowly just started buying some of my own stuff. So next year I'm actually going to be running out of my parents' house. I'm no longer down there at the Saturdays.
So you're not going to be with the Saddlers next
Well, I mean,
year?
we're still going to probably help each other out here and there.
I was trying to help you.
But no, my car is no longer there, so I got to start, buying stuff, and it's going to be expensive.
What, did he kick you out?
They didn't kick me out. It just kind of, I've been growing and they've been growing, and just kind of start stepping on each other's toes.
Okay, I was going to meet him, going to have a talk. I talked to him Saturday night. I was going to have a talk with him.
No, we still have a good relationship.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a pretty good deal. So what are your plans coming up for next year? What do you got?
Still going to be in the Super Street. Kind of the same as last year. Just trying to upgrade the car, get it better, and improve on myself. So that's pretty much it. I was looking at some limiteds, but I'm not ready for that. I don't even have scales right now. I just moved shops, so I'm missing a lot of the
There's a
important
guy
stuff.
that sets them up, but you don't even need to set scales.
So I've heard. I was looking around. I'm just not ready for it. And on my budget, I can't do it the right way.
Well, now I'm mad at him. Don't use him.
So, but no, staying in the Super Streets. Hopefully, taking the next step, and hopefully be in the top 5 next year.
And now going this weekend, going to Dominion.
Yeah, we're planning on going to Dominion. Tommy Smith, he runs down there in the Dominion stocks, and he comes to Langley here and there. He's the 69, the blue car. He's holding an invitational race where it's just bring what you got, see where you finish. So it's Langley's rules versus their rules. So it's not going to cost. I don't have to buy tires. I just got to show up and pay my entry fee and race. And I've never been to another track before. I've only ever raced at Langley, so I think it'll be cool.
Are you the only guy from here that's going?
I think so. I know a couple other guys showed some interest, but I don't know if they're going to do it. I'm for sure probably going to go.
Are you going to let Jerry go and help you?
If he wants to. Well, he'll be here actually, I believe. So
yeah,
whoever wants to go,
he's helping the
let him
10
go.
cars that are here.
Yeah.
You gotta do something.
He stays busy.
So he does stay busy with everything he's got going. So what kind of things are you looking to do different for next year as far as your car and everything? How many changes you gonna make?
I've been developing a relationship with Sammy over the last couple of years, and he's helped me out a ton, and I've learned a lot with the Super Street that I didn't know before. There's a lot that goes into these things, and it's never ending. I think he's still learning. We're always learning. So I just try to get with him and learn some more and find some of that Sammy Gator speed, maybe, But other than that, just see what happens.
And he'll share. He seems like one who would help. If you ask him, he'll give you
Absolutely.
the truth. I think.
Yeah, he doesn't steer you wrong on purpose.
Well, but you know what?
Unless you
Robbie, we don't know.
Yeah.
Robbie Parker,
We don't.
I wouldn't trust him.
Oh,
With my,
no, Robbie's cool.
huh?
Robbie's cool.
I wouldn't trust him with my sled in the snow.
He's just mad because
Don't you even go there, buddy.
Robbie lapped him twice in one lap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
That-
the mini stock race or whatever it was.
First asphalt race.
I remember that. Well, I don't remember it. Y'all talked about it. I don't think I was alive. Y'all talked about it.
You probably won't board you.
I don't think I was alive.
What were you born?
04.
Yeah.
When was it?
Probably
that.
95.
It's a long time ago.
10 years
Yeah.
before that.
It won't that far back.
It ain't far.
All right, we don't need to go there. And Robbie Parker is alive. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He did not lap me twice in a race, in a one lap.
I've heard the story
You heard the wrong.
three or so times, and it stayed pretty
I
consistent.
heard it from you. You heard it from everybody else except
A
you.
lot of
Brian.
different people.
You heard it. You heard from a lot of different people.
I've heard it from Scott.
Well, that's a liar number two.
So I'm just, I
Yes, you
I've heard it's 3-1 is what I'm saying.
Well, first of
Robbie's
all,
the good guy.
if you're going to listen to Robbie Parker and you're going to listen to Scott Allen, that tells you right there you're not getting the true story.
I'll take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, please do. Now I'm gonna give him his due. Them boys from Langley come down there and whoop their ass. Ain't no doubt about that. I'm gonna say that.
Didn't lap you though, twice or once.
He may have lapped me once or twice during the race,
So it is.
but not in one damn lap.
One lap. Oh, is that the story? Was it one lap?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think
That's how slow it was.
I think everybody that raced from Southampton got lapped
Yeah.
in that race. Because none of us.
Flat tire or something.
Well, it's been nice to have you on the show, man.
I'm just kidding.
I hope you do well at Dominion. Yeah.
We'll see.
But no, he did. Those were ball face laps. But they did beat us pretty bad.
Southampton, that's the track that's slowly opening back up.
Yeah, it's a drift track now,
track
basically.
now.
Yeah. But when I was running on it, a lot was dirt. They moved it to asphalt. Then they brought them guys from Langley down there, Robbie Parker and all them, and
So you
they
ran
were
it-
already prepared for
You
what.
ran it for dirt, and they were running asphalt.
And basically I took.
Jack's also a trendsetter.
Here we go.
He started the whole start and park thing at Southampton before he put guys.
Mason said, "Can't lap Jack, but he's parked the car already."
Are you laughing at this, Dwayne? This is not funny at all. The start and park thing is a one-time deal.
You can't say that's a lie.
No, that's not a lie. That's a one-time deal. It was kids' night at Southampton, and I was determined I was going to be the first car out on the track.
He'll be first at something.
So you wanted to be first.
I wanted to be the first car out for kids' night because we took the kids on rides and stuff. And I wanted to have my car out there first, and you know.
You couldn't do it after the race. You had to.
No,
Pull out
they had a.
You could, but other people be in front of you.
It was they did the. Angelo, you need to get the hell on home, man.
I was trying to get the story straight. I got to hear it from other people.
Oh man!
What happened was the kids' night was after our race, the mini stock race. That was after our race. Well, I knew that, so I knew I wanted to get back around and get back on in front. So, with 2 laps to go in the race, I pulled off, went down through the pit, come back up the other side, and was sitting on the upside of the other pit lane, waiting for the race to be over with, so I could be the first one out.
Get kids.
Then, you know, because my kids wanted to be in it, I had some other kids.
That's the only way they'd ride with him. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone.
You gotta. The bad part about it, you gotta ride with me.
6 long hours.
And sleep in one bed, right?
Yeah, that's
And Eddie Clark says I'm too sensitive. Damn, Eddie, do you hear what's going on here?
But usually I feel like it's more directed to Scott. I think.
Well, no, but you done stepped your foot in this.
He probably got a prep talk from Robbie.
Huh?
He probably got a prep talk.
You know, that's the second person that's come on this show that he schooled before they got here. So I'm gonna start asking people when I send ask if they gonna come to the show. They friends with Robbie Park. Anyway,
Just don't announce them ahead of time, so that way he don't know.
yeah, that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Angelo, it's been nice talking with you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks for having me on.
No, but I hope you do have a good race up at Dominion.
I
You
hope
go
so.
up there this weekend, and hope everything goes good next year. I want to give your sponsors a shout out.
Yeah, of course. I've got Turnkey Technical Solutions. They've been my longest and biggest sponsor. They've been on the hood for the last 2 seasons. Got Maritime Mayhem. They've been helping me out with the shop space the last couple of years. And got Sign Media. They're a local company that makes signs. They're also on Atlee's car. I've got Man Electric. They're a local. I think they're local to Pocosin, electrical company. So any of your electrical needs, Man Electric. Mitchell's Construction. He's also a local construction, local to Pocosin. I think he's spread out and he's doing bigger jobs now. So give him a shout for anything you need. And oh yeah, Big E Dice Man.
Who?
Big E Dice Man. He's a rapper from Gloucester.
I
think
we
you-
talked about this last
Last
time.
time, yeah. Listen to his
okay.
music. He's got some new music coming out. He's on all platforms. Apple Music, Spotify. I think he's got a YouTube channel and Facebook, and he's got some good music coming out. I believe that is it.
Well, who all helps you with your car besides that Saturday dude?
So it's myself. I've got my girlfriend MJ. She helps a lot. Got a crew. I got Cole. He helps. Cole's girlfriend Chrissy. She'll show up and help. Friend Michael. He'll show up time to time and help. Jason Mullins. Just finished 3rd in the karts. Had a pretty good rookie year. Picked up his first win. He helps me a lot. He's the one whenever I go to Jared's and scale this past season. He's been helping me every single night scaling, and so me and him will go down there a lot and work on it together.
That's cool. That's good. Glad you
How
got.
long does it take you to get to the Saturdays?
Well, I used to work across the bridge. I live down here in Pocosin, but I worked across the bridge because my car was down there. So I would go to work and then I would go straight to the shop and be there till sometimes 1 in the morning, just working on the car. But now the car is up here where I live in Pocosin. So I've transferred jobs to job down here in Pocosin. So before it takes me about an hour to get to work, and then I go straight to his shop, 15 minutes. From here to his shop, if I were to do that, it takes about an hour and some change. So
So I was wondering, like, it's a long ways to go.
it is, yeah, he's out there.
All right. Well, good luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Coming here, man. We appreciate you coming out.
Man, kick some butt.
I hope
All right. I'm
That's
going to
the
move over
plan.
here. I'm going to move over here. We're going to bring Aiden and Skinnell on in here.
Hey, you go on that side.
You gonna call over here.
You gotta get past me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it myself there for a second. In case anybody's wondering, Angelo's still here, but he's sitting over here by me, but that may not last very long.
Know what it is.
All right, we got the
Points leader.
points leader in,
Dynamic duo.
yeah, the dynamic duo. I mean, you know, you're pretty much a dynamic duo with whoever you get with you, you know. You're a pretty smart fellow too, you know. You do a good job. I mean, we've known each other for a little while now, and everywhere you go, you seem to win some races. So that's pretty cool. You even got Aiden winning races. So,
Doing something right.
so Aiden, what's it feel like being the points leader and winning all those races?
It feels really good after last year. Obviously, the goal this year was to win the championship. And after the first race, I kind of thought it was done. And we just focused on not the points and just focused on winning races and getting the car better every week. We practice every week. He's in the shop every day possible, getting the car better. So the points did their thing, and I just did everything I could to make sure I could finish the best we could and got a lot of wins with it. And going to the last race, I don't want to say it, but pretty much it's locked. Well, he says it's locked up, but I don't want to say that. But
I don't think I'm going to say that either, really.
But if I finish anywhere worse than what my drop race is, supposedly I'll still win by one. So we're just gonna go in their last race and not even think about the points because all I want to do is win. And then gonna run late models that night too, and see if we can win in that too.
So you've run the late model a couple times already this year, right?
Yeah, I ran Hampton Heat, and then I also ran a weekly race.
Okay. How'd you like running those late models?
It's fun. They drive a lot better, so I'm excited to do that. And
So when you say to drive better, what do you mean? What's the difference?
oh, the tire, it feels a lot more stable. Like the limited, I feel like, honestly, like watching like a super street or something, it feels like it's probably similar to that. So
You got to run so loose.
yeah, I think I like the late models a lot more. I feel like the limited takes it's hard to drive in my opinion, but the late model just feels more like a race car. So I like running those a lot more.
Well, they got more motor, right? Or is
Yeah.
that much motor difference? 50, 100 horsepower?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just curious roughly what the difference would be.
About 400 in the limited. And a late model like a Harrington, you're looking at about over 5.
100
It's
something.
about 100 plus.
150 horsepower. Yeah, it's quite a bit of difference.
You know, with all these young guys that you've worked with, Dwayne, to me, I look at him, he's probably the most well-rounded race car driver of all of them.
Oh, he is.
I mean,
He is. No matter where we go, he adapts to that racetrack.
So how much you tell him? I mean, you haven't been to every racetrack in this side of the country and probably 2 or 3 in Europe, but but I'm saying you go to these other places and you sit down and tell him, hey, this is what this is all about, what this track does.
I'll talk to him a little bit, but I'll let him get on a racetrack and he picks it up quick.
Well, I guess that's good that you don't have him. Does he talk on the radio a lot to you?
No, the only thing he does is read off lap time. That's about it. He really just lets me do my own thing.
Who's your spotter?
Jacob Derrick actually spots for me in the late model. And then my dad's cousin or my uncle, Kevin, he spots for me in the limited. So whenever we go out of town or something, Jacob comes with us and spots for me.
Does he talk a lot in the radio?
Not really, honestly. He's
Or
actually
is he talking trash?
No. He
He's
honestly
serious on the radio?
Oh yeah, he takes it serious. Like at Dominion we had a problem. He said he felt like it was a race. He felt like he lost the race. So I like having him come spot with me. He's a really good spotter. And it's kind of cool us being able to work together on a weekend and race.
So what was your expectations going into this season?
Honestly, my only goal was to win the championship. After last year, obviously my rookie season, I got to get a few wins. So the only goal was to win the championship. And we're close. So hopefully we can finish it out next weekend or this weekend.
Now, do you make him come to the shop and work on the car?
When he ain't in school, he'll come to the shop.
And when he's not in school, he comes and works in the shop. How about when he's out with his girlfriend? Bring her over there too?
I mean,
Is that the same one here?
Nah,
you can say all that because you ain't gonna
Yeah.
get him in trouble because he ain't got one.
We about got Jacob in trouble.
Well, you just went to a homecoming thing, didn't
no,
you?
I didn't go to that.
You didn't go to that?
Let's move to the next thing.
Oh, they got to your sensitive area here, huh? Don't look at the camera too much, 'cause you're too red.
Just tell them, buddy, your girlfriend's got number 9 on the side.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Well, that's a good thing. You know, the race part is your girlfriend. That's a pretty good deal. So, yeah, he looks like he's so enthused about it. So when you started racing way back, we've had that discussion before, but when you started racing and everything, how much time and effort did you put into the simulator or iRacing or whatever to learn how to run some of these races?
Until I think 2020 is when I actually first got iRace, and that I feel like racing like a bando and stuff, it didn't really help none. But I feel like with the late model, it's not the most realistic thing, but like there's certain things on it that do like it helps a little bit. It helps you learn like a track on there. It helps you learn a line. There's a few things about it I'm not a fan of, but it's definitely something that helps you learn like the basics of it, I think.
I imagine it gets you kind of somewhat close to a breaking point.
Yeah, it
Throttle
does.
pick up points, in a line, like you said.
There's a lot of things. I mean, it's really, I said it the wrong way. It is really realistic, but there's things about it that aren't.
Yeah.
They kind of.
Like what's not? Are the corners realistic?
Oh, the tracks itself are just sometimes how the certain cars handle aren't very accurate, but
The computers kind of
yeah,
acting different than the real car would be.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think there's anything like having your ass in the seat, right, and having that feeling.
Yeah.
So when you do the like this coming weekend, you're gonna do the late model and the Virginia Racer. How much difference do you see, like if you get out of one and get in another, and how long does it take you to get your head into the next car that you're?
Now it's not that big, but like whenever I was we practiced a few times whenever we were doing the Hampton Heat. It was a big change because how I drove the limited, I drove it how it shouldn't have been drove. I overdrove it a lot. It was working, but after I raced Hampton Heat, that helped me a lot. I started driving the limited like the late model and being easier on it. And it helped me learn that you don't gotta, going slower sometimes can be faster. He taught me that. I would always argue with him about that, telling him that if I slow down any, I'm going to suck. So it helped a lot. And now that I think I can get in either one and I'll be good, it doesn't really change anything.
Now, going back to the going slow thing, it's hard for people to, I think, to understand. And then we've done the same thing. I know you're looking at him on this. I mean, there's been times that I've gotten in the car and you think like, this was terrible. It felt slow, and it's the fastest lap you run, right? And you try real hard, and you go slower. It's like, you let the car do the work.
Yeah, definitely.
When he gets in the car and feels slow, it's slow. And by the way, I understand you got a birthday coming.
Oh, yeah, Monday.
16.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're getting old. You best hurry up and get started his racing career.
Trying.
Now, I want to go to the Hampton Heat. So the Hampton Heat, you had a great showing, right? I mean, I think people thought you could drive a car before that, but I think the Hampton Heat, for a lot of people, I think, so like he really can drive, right? What was that Hampton Heat experience for you?
Honestly, it felt like obviously it's the biggest race of my career so far. So it felt cool going in there on race day, seeing all like the big teams, knowing I'm gonna be able to compete against them. and beating some of them, passing some of them.
You knew earlier in the day you would be able to compete.
Oh yeah, I always know that when we go to a track, I believe that we're going to be good. So it was cool being able to lead laps. Not many people get to say they led laps in Heat, especially in the first start. I wish we could have finished a little bit better. I think we had a top 5 car, if not at least top 10. But
What happened to you guys at the end? I forgot.
another car, we were racing after a restart, and I got put in the outside wall, like just doored into the wall, which it broke the shock, right front shock.
Been to upper control on.
And
You
then-
didn't fall out of the seat though.
No,
No,
But we know somebody else did.
no, I did not. I was just holding on after that, and then me and Justin Carroll, he got into me, racing deal, and turned me around. But definitely wasn't where I wanted to finish. But after going back and watching the replay, I seen that I made the best of what it could have been, and next year gonna go for even more for that.
So you look at next year, or are you looking at possibly going full-time late models next year? Or?
Yeah, we're going full time. We're gonna stop running the limits, just run full time late model and run the Hampton Heat, and depending on how the season's going, maybe even a few other big races.
Are you guys running any races at the end of the season?
We're gonna go to Kinley, and then Carter has a Christmas race, so we're gonna go to.
Limited or like
late model. Limited at Kenwood.
McKinley?
But theirs is more like a late model.
More like late model than that. They're limited there. Just Scarborough. That's it.
Oh, really? Well, when you go somewhere and you got Dwayne SKINNELL with you, you're in good shape. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I've seen him go to different racetracks, had to deal with some really tough situations. He still come away with some pretty good finishes, but except that one time you didn't come away with a good finish that night.
I know a night. The night you sat on top of the trailer,
Yeah,
you didn't want to come down.
no, I wasn't coming down.
He was scared.
I was
If you get some trouble right, you don't want him around.
Hey, look, no, I was in the booth across the track. I was in the booth across the track, and your spotter was down there with me. And he was already telling me, and you were pretty upset. I was like, I ain't going back over there. I have no reason to go back over there with him.
You seen it earlier that day.
Oh, yeah, earlier that day, it was not good. So, and I was over there, had a nice chair to sit in over there, and I was enjoying watching them work on the car, getting everything together. And then it just seemed like all hell broke loose.
I guess that's
And when it did, it did. It came apart at the scene. You didn't even ride back with the team, did you? You came back home with
My wife.
yeah. You came home with your wife and left before that. So yeah.
Dwayne, how do you get your start in racing?
Hmm.
You've been doing this a long time.
My daddy used to have a guy run the Bush Grand National. Used to be late model sport. I think I was 10 years old going to Daytona with my dad and him.
Damn. What year was that?
Ooh. Mid 80s, early 80s. I started crew chiefing when I was 12 years old at South Boston for that guy.
That's when they had. I mean, did they have the rubber tires then? I'm the way we were running them Flintstone tires.
That's what they were running.
Yeah, you've been around and helped a lot of guys.
Now, wait a minute.
Years.
Somebody says you changed 3 radiators in one race at South Boston.
Mhm.
What?
That was the year they had that big pile up on the front straightaway, remember?
Oh yeah.
Didn't who won that? Didn't Macy Causey win that race?
No.
This was for the big race,
This was one of the like
Triple Crown race.
Yeah, one of the
Oh,
Triple
okay.
Crown races.
And we changed it 3 times.
Everybody.
Run out of radiators.
I mean, y'all got that many wrecks? Y'all put 3 radiators in the car?
Pretty much.
That's the first. I don't know if I've heard that one before.
I don't remember him doing that, but That race was, I mean, I think just about every car was down in that turn, hooked and turned around or hitting or something. It was
Was that the
unbelievable.
one Reynolds snatched the
Yes.
box out of the car?
No,
That wasn't it?
no, that's a different.
Oh, okay.
That was like South Boston, wasn't it? When
Yeah.
Reynolds did it. I always wanted to do that. I wanted to do that in arena racing.
Why don't you try it and see? We'll sit back and watch you do it. I'll do it. We'll let Jack be driving the car.
Nope.
I tried to get him to do like we do the day of destruction here. We'll do the bag race, but he won't do it.
Nope.
That would be cool.
That or the chain race.
You're not gonna do that?
With him?
Yeah. You can spot the rolls, man. You don't got, you know.
That would be awesome.
Not gonna do that.
Come and watch it.
You tried.
Yeah. They've tried to get me to run an enduro against him or us two have a race against each other. I ain't doing it. I'm not gonna do it.
How many radiators you got? Somebody's
gonna
getting
do
stuff.
I can see he would not be somebody with, I'd want to be on the track with at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
He's seen enough.
Yeah. And like I told them, if I do good, I'm gonna want to do it again. And I don't need to get hooked up in it again.
Let's be honest. What's the chances?
Probably about the same as you hitting the right pedal when you're going.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Skittle holds a pretty good face. I was waiting for him to laugh.
Skinnell's my buddy. He and our buddy.
He probably don't want you telling people that.
Huh? I don't know why he talks like that. But Skinnell and our buddies, we've hung out. I mean, I've gone to races and been around.
Man,
a
you
lot.
left him when he needed some help.
No, I was up in the booth when it all started, and I just knew. Even the spotter really didn't want to go back. Who was the guy who was spotting?
Jason.
Yeah, he went in and bought the chair and sit down beside me.
He had this to cool off before I go on.
It was pretty interesting. Of course, that was probably his favorite time in racing when he was with them. It looked like you had a great time back in those days with that group. We're not going to name names, but
I did. You know I did.
yeah, I saw how it all ended.
I'm leaving this alone.
I saw how it all ended. I didn't. But anyway. All right, dude. Who's your sponsors and who helps you out and everything besides SKINNELL over there?
My dad is like the biggest, honestly. If it wasn't for him, obviously paying the bill, most of it, obviously the sponsors help a lot, but he works hard to make sure I can get to the track every weekend. And if it wasn't for him, obviously I wouldn't be doing it. Shovel Kings, Corbin's Plumbing, Asset Auto Recovery, Tent World. Happy Smoke, Full Throttle Lawn Care, Rayvon Clark for doing the motors. She's helped us out a lot since I started Race Limited. Obviously SKINNELL. Gene Nichols, he helps a lot at the shop too, racing his late model this weekend. So he's helped out a lot this year. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Girlfriend.
Oh yeah, Mako Tools. They help out. They help a lot. It's on the side of the car.
Good thing you're here, Skittle.
Yeah. I believe that's it. We don't stop there. Oh yeah, Harrison and Lear, they're a new sponsor. They've been helping out a lot recently too. They help all of them. If it wasn't for them, obviously I wouldn't be able to do it. So I thank them.
Well, I'm glad you got all that because a lot going on there. How many cars you got down there you're working on now, SKINNELL, in the shop?
Right now, I got 0 right now.
0.
He's done. They all went back home.
We went to the track. Both valves was loaded. Here come a little testing tomorrow.
No, the other one ain't loaded.
Well, he said he was going tonight, but I don't know.
Did
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody didn't go to the shop the day to load the car.
They had to work.
Who was that?
Yeah, we'll let it slide. My dad.
Oh, so he's slacking today.
Yeah, we'll let it slide.
Yeah, he was working.
Too much happy smoke.
I had nothing to do with all that.
Oh, Justin said it's loaded, so they must have loaded the shop.
So it's loaded. Okay, cool.
Mason said bad tires coming.
Oh yeah, Mason Dunn. He does my tires. Gotta thank him, I guess. Make sure you check those.
Nestor said he said no.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yep,
Brandon.
Brandon Nestor. He
Damn.
he helps us too. We try to keep that on the low. I don't think Kyle might not like that. Stole his uncle.
So that's what I was getting ready to ask. So what's Kyle? Does he help Kyle too?
Yeah. Whenever Kyle's racing, he helps Kyle. But whenever he's not racing, he comes and helps us. Over this year, my dad and him have became really good friends, so he's helped out a lot.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, Jake Finch didn't call in tonight, so thought he would call in, but anyway, he didn't call in, so well, we're going to go with that. Driver of the week this week. I mean,
Matt Dell.
it's Matt Dale, because he took Scott Allen's car and won with it. So I understand he might even get a national award.
Well, that's an accomplishment.
So it's pretty good. All right, next week on our show, we're going to have Jason Toy from MRN. He's going to come on the show next week and talk to us about the stuff going on in Charlotte, and a lot of he's very involved in the things in North Carolina, getting stuff to the people in North Carolina. He's very involved in that, so we're going to have him on. Chris Bechtel, the Miles of Seamless Gutter champion in the Super Trucks, are going to be here with us, and Ronnie Thomas. Ronnie Thomas, the 1979 Winston Cup Rookie of the Year. We're going to have him on. He's going to talk to us about some other stuff. And I got another guy who may come on. I haven't heard anything from him yet. So anyway, that's our show next week. Want to thank everybody for being with us. Robert, appreciate you coming out here and being with us tonight.
Yes, sir. Jack, thank
It
you.
was good meeting you, Robert.
Likewise, Scott.
Good. It was pretty good to have Angelo here for a little while. Then he wore out his welcome.
Last time he's
He's been thrown off the roof.
And Aiden Millette, glad to have him with us. Smile, Aiden. It's okay, man.
Learned it from SKINNELL. He can't smile at everything. He's always straight face,
He's serious all the time.
pretty much.
I know better than that. I know better.
He was laughing over here a while ago, joking me.
I know. That's so easy to do. Anyway. Now look here. Mason's trying to negotiate a barbecue deal with Greg Edwards. But don't be spreading yourself thin, Eddie, because we still number one on the list. Just want you to know that. Anyway. All right. What's this? Tell Skinnell to get ready to shave Aiden's hair.
Oh,
And Skinnell has to have a
what?
fireball.
What is this?
Oh, wait, we got a whole new thing here. Hey.
We'll go on.
yeah.
Oh, come on now. Scott and I are not going to be here. Is there a possibility we're going to see somebody get a haircut this weekend?
I told him at the beginning of the year if I won the championship, I'd let him shave my head.
There we go.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to go through with that.
What's said?
Now look, now if something happens if you don't end up winning, you're gonna say I'll shave my damn head.
I told him that if we won the championship and won the late model race, then he can shave my head. But
You heard it.
You can bet I'm going to have the thing on when I get to Charlotte too Saturday night. I'm gonna come back to the hotel and I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna put a
watch.
little skit where he says, "I said I'd shave my head. I said I'd shave my head." We'll just put it on a loop.
I might have to send Brian a little note, say, look, check in with, oh, you were there.
I'm already on it.
You're already on it.
You got the pit reporter.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, I'm already there. Uh-oh. We'll have our inside source.
I'll tell him I'll take pictures in Victory Lane with my helmet on if I got to.
Well, you just gotta win first, and then you shave it. So you'll be fine after the race. Now maybe after the late model race might be a little different.
We'll see.
And now I want to know what's this fireball thing here we got.
Just don't worry about all that.
Oh,
Don't worry about all that.
A bit of cinnamon fireball.
yeah, okay.
What am I looking at?
It's a new look.
Okay. Looks good.
All right, guys, we appreciate everybody being with us, and we will see you again next Tuesday night. Please share and like our show, and we'll be back again next week with Adam Wellbrock with us again next week.
Round some more champions, man.
That's right.